Hey students! In this video, we're diving into the world of plural nouns. Let's learn together. Plural nouns represent more than one person, animal, place, or thing. To make a word plural noun, we add suffixes at the end of a singular noun. Like monkeys, keys, boxes, books, cars, dogs, exams, etc. These all are plural nouns. Now let's talk about how to identify them in sentences. You just need to look for words which end with s or es, because usually they are plural nouns. Like apple becomes apples. Next, check for words like we, us, they, and them to replace plural nouns. Those words stand in for plural nouns, so there must be a plural noun hanging around somewhere. Also, if you're talking about more than one thing, like balloons, that's a plural noun. One last tip, look at the verb. If it's plural, like they go, then the noun it's talking about is probably plural too. If we know how to identify plural nouns, then we should know how to use them. First, we use them when we're talking about a bunch of things. Like saying Ellie and James are bright students. There are two students, so we use the plural noun students. We also use them when we're talking about groups of things. Imagine you have a bunch of clothes piled up. You'd say, there are 3 different piles of clothes. Piles is plural because there's more than one. Plural nouns are great for talking about collections too. Like if you have a bunch of stamps, you'd say, Sam has a huge collection of stamps. And remember, when you use a plural noun, you usually need a plural verb to go with it. For example, my grandparents go to the temple every morning. Here, go is a plural verb because grandparents is a plural noun. Let's talk about some rules to follow. When discussing more than one person, place, or thing, you need to use a plural noun. And remember, if you're talking about more than one, you also need to use a plural verb. So, they go is correct, but they goes is not. Most importantly, when you're talking about big numbers like hundreds or thousands, you usually don't need a number in front of the word. You can just say billions of years instead of 3 billions of years. Now let's learn how to make singular words plural. Most of the time, it's easy to change singular words to plural by just adding an s to the end. Like cat becomes cats. But there are some tricky ones. If a word ends in s, esh, chi, x, or z, we add es instead. So, box becomes boxes. Some words ending in f or phi change to ves. For example, shelf becomes shelves. If a word ends in y with a consonant before it, change the y to i's. Like party becomes parties. But if there's a vowel before the y, just add a. So toy becomes toys. Finally, if a word ends in o, usually we add es. For example, hero becomes heroes. Now learn some common mistakes students make with plural nouns. A lot of students forget to add an s when they're talking about more than one thing. So instead of saying cats, they might say cat. Another mistake is spelling plural words wrong. For example, saying heroes instead of heroes. And here's a big one, using a singular verb with a plural noun. Remember, if you're talking about many things, you need a plural verb. So dogs love is correct, not dogs loves. Let's see how plural nouns work in sentences. Imagine you have more than one dog. You'd say, I have 2 dogs. If you're talking about your teachers, you might say, my teachers are very helpful. And if you see a group of kids playing, you can say, children are playing outside. Now it's your turn to answer the question. What is the one rule you need to remember while using plural nouns? Share your answer in the comments. The complete curriculum for all the classes is available on our channel. Check out all the links provided in the description below. Please make sure to like, share, and comment for more such videos.